What's up guys, this is Justin here. I just want to apologize in advance for talking so loud and so fast in this video, but I was coming from a good place and I still have a lot of really great information to share with you in this video, and I wanted it to be outside, a nice relaxing, soothing, informative, useful, productive conversation outside today, but it was really windy and it was super dry and hot, and I tried my best after a few takes and I ultimately ended up just coming back inside. But thank you so much. Let's begin. Yeah, I got inspired to make this video because I saw an individual in the comment section say, hey Justin, I live in the BGC area for $400 to $500 per month. And I thought to myself, how is that possible? What's up guys, it's Justin Spencer here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're actually going to be covering the topic, is it possible to live in the capital of Philippines, Manila, and surrounding areas on only a $400 per month, which is 23,000 pesos per month budget. In the video I did yesterday, I actually went over how it's possible to live in BGC on a $1,000 US per month budget, which is about 57,000 pesos. And I proved to you that mathematically, yes, in many situations and circumstances, it is in fact possible to do so. And today we're going to evaluate whether or not it is possible to live in Makati or even BGC or in surrounding areas in the capital, Manila, on a $400 per month 23K pesos per month budget. Okay, so let's dive right into it and discover whether or not it actually is possible and it is something that can actually be done. Alrighty, let's get right into it. So in yesterday's video, when we talked about how to live in BGC on a $1,000 per month budget, one of the core pieces was finding a unit that was nice and in a prime location, and it was very respectable, admirable, and a really good candidate for only 25,000 pesos per month. And then we crunched the numbers. So our part of living on a $400 per month, 23K per month peso budget in BGC or Makati would basically involve us getting our housing costs cut drastically. So I'm going to show you exactly just how we can actually perform that and make that happen. Okay, so here's example number one. So starting at 2,000 pesos per month, going all the way up to 5,000 pesos per month. This particular option is actually in Makati, and this includes 9 bathrooms, which is 5 toilets and 4 showers, lockable storage, and outlet, basically the basics. So this is basically a hostel or bed spacer type of setup, but it can be done, it can be used, I believe, by foreigners. It shouldn't be a problem. This is one of the strategies that locals will actually use to be able to make this work. So here's example number 2. This one actually starts at 2,250 pesos per month and is actually walkable to BGC, which is pretty cool if you check out the maps. And actually, if you look at the photos, this one doesn't actually look too bad depending on what you're comparing it to. Another thing to note is generally this is excluding utilities when I give you these prices. So for examples 1 and 2, how I was talking about how the prices start at between 2 and 5,000 pesos for the first one, that's excluding utilities, of course. Utilities are probably going to be about 1,000 pesos to cover your water, electric, and Wi-Fi bills when you're sharing the cost with other people. Example number 3 starts at 6,000 pesos per month, again excluding utilities. This one happens to be a listing for men only, and it's in the Tryon Towers. This one's walkable to BGC, and as you'll no doubt notice by looking at the photos, it doesn't look like a half bad place to live if you're really on a budget and you're okay sharing the space with other people. Example number 4 is a little bit more of a high-end one. It's about 8,250 pesos per month, and you'd be sharing the space with 3 other females. This is a female-only option, and it's actually right across from Uptown Mall, so that's super convenient, super prime location and area. Including utilities, it would probably be about 9,000 to 9,250 pesos per month. This was actually at the Avida Towers Verte. You can actually Google that and check it out. The interior design work, as you can tell by the photos in this example, is actually spectacular. Whoever bought this condo and renovated it made it quite incredible based off of the pictures from what I'm looking at. I think if you're seeing these as well, you probably agree with me. So let's just say on average, you're spending 7,500 pesos per month on your housing if you go with an option like this as a bed spacer or a hostel type setup, and about 1,000 per month in pesos. That's about 8,500 for housing, electric, water, and Wi-Fi. And then let's say you're spending about another 599 pesos per month for unlimited data for your smart 5G cellular plan if you have an iPhone 12 or later. This is totaling about 9,099 pesos out of the 23,000 peso budget. So we've only allocated at this point 40% of that monthly income or monthly budget of $400. We've only allocated 40% towards housing and utilities. So far we're doing pretty good. So we have the other 60% of the budget for food, transportation, bathroom products, and anything else, which is about $228 or 13,091 pesos. So if we're really gonna pump that $228, we're gonna have to spend it carefully. So one of the things I would recommend on food, you can buy like several kilo bags of brown rice. Brown rice has a lower glycemic index actually than white rice, so that means it digests more slowly and you're far less likely to have a blood sugar spike. requiring more insulin that your body would need to produce, which would lead to insulin resistance. So I choose and recommend brown rice instead of white rice for that exact reason, and it costs pretty much the same. Brown rice is very cheap. If you add a pinch of salt to it, it actually tastes really good, and there's other ways to make it really flavorful, and it's quite filling as well. And then you can get some chicken breast or chicken thighs from a local market as well for protein, and also make it taste good with a pinch of salt or extra virgin olive oil. Cucumbers, zucchini, and kale are my three go-tos and favorites for vegetables. And you can also find fish that is rather cheap in the marketplace as well. The salmon here, in my experience, has been relatively expensive, but there are other seafood options that are a little bit less expensive that are friendlier on the bank account as well. So who is this video actually made for? This is a video that I wanted to research and create out of my own curiosity, because I have never literally even tried to live off a $400 per month budget. Honestly, I spend more than that on food alone. And coming from the United States and coming here, I thought it was a total game changer and a steal to be able to rent my current apartment, which is right behind me, for only $612 US per month. Fully furnished, 35,000 pesos, right in the heart of Makati at Rockwell. And yes, obviously I'm privileged to be able to experience and enjoy what I currently have. But based off of who you are and where you're watching this from, whether it's United States or Australia, and based off of what your experiences in life tell you, you might think that the way I'm living is way below your means and way below your standards. Perhaps some folks watching this would prefer to have a space double the size or triple the size with an extra bedroom and balconies and other different amenities that this place doesn't even have, and that's perfectly fine, because the average median monthly salary here in Manila, of the capital of Philippines, I believe is around about 23,000 pesos a month, give or take. Jeepneys, which is a very low cost means of transportation, they're also walking. And if they're in a pinch and they need to save time, they can always take an angkas or a joyride motorbike. That's a little bit more expensive, and then above that you have the Grab rides, which you can get a 4-seater or a 6-seater for that. And then last but not least, you've got the shuttle buses, and you also have the light rail systems. The light rail systems where MRT 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, if you're someone who's making only $1,000 per month from your online business or your online remote job or something, and you really wanted to save as much money as possible, if you did get some roommates by having a bed spacer, that could definitely be the thing that allows you to save $500 or $600 per month. And from a Filipino perspective, this is actually a very, very good situation. It's a very, very good outcome. If you can save 25,000 pesos per month, if you're making 50,000 pesos per month, obviously you're compromising without a doubt, but you're getting a massive benefit. And rather than doing what most people do in the United States, which is to make 50,000 pesos and then spend 50,000 pesos, or budget for $1,000 and then basically spend $1,000, or generally even more than that, right? So this is just interesting food for thought. It's an interesting topic. It's an interesting discussion to figure out how others are able to make it work to live on a very small budget. Yeah, I got inspired to make this video because I saw an individual in the comments section say, "Hey Justin, I live in the BGC area for $400 to $500 per month." And I thought to myself, how is that possible? So after consulting with my girlfriend and then looking around on Google to find out how that could be possible, of course it has to be possible, right? And that's how it is. And a foreigner could even do this if he or she wanted to. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're currently not subscribed, please consider hitting the bell and subscribing. 80% of the folks who watch my channel actually are not subscribed, only 20% are. So if you could just hit the subscribe button and click the notifications bell, that would mean a lot to me. I would really appreciate it. And another thing that would help me out so much and the channel is just clicking the like button. It's free. It takes 1/4 of a second. That'd be totally awesome. If you found my content valuable, I have other vlogs and other informational and entertainment style videos just like this one that you can also check out on the channel that you're going to see a moment in the end screen. Thank you so much for checking out what I had to share with you today. Have an excellent day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.